altar. So God was going to speak on his behalf. Verse 17, you will not have to fight this battle. Take up your position, stand firm, and see the deliverance of the Lord will give you, Judah and Jerusalem. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Go out to face them tomorrow, and the Lord will be with you. And then, verses 20, part B. Have faith in the Lord your God, and you will be upheld. Have faith in his prophets, and you will be successful. So, we are different people of different kinds. And when we face problems, we react differently. There are people who run away from their problem. But there are people who can confront those problems head on. Just like if you are in a battle, you are facing an enemy. And when you look at yourself, you look inferior. The weapon they are quite superior. They have weapons that you have never seen, weapons that are quite sophisticated. And probably you have very simple weapons. And when you face such an enemy, you start shivering, you start trembling. That is what happens when you have problems. Probably it's sickness. Probably one of your relatives died with cancer, and you are afraid. Maybe I'm not to be next. Maybe one of your kids died with a certain disease, and you find yourself that morning that disease is approaching your life. Is approaching your life. Is threatening you. And the devil reminds you, your relative died with this, and you are next. That is the position Jehoshaphat found himself in. And that is the position we find ourselves in most of the time. The problem that we face, I may not be able to know. I may not be able to comprehend the problem that I'm going through. I may not be able to understand the financial constraints you're going through. I may not be able to know how many nights you have spent without food, or how many nights you have spent without sleep. Maybe to you, when night approaches, it becomes painful because you know you're not going to sleep. When others are sleeping, you're not able to sleep. And that is a nightmare to you. And you don't want the night to come. Because you know once that night comes, either it is dreams, nightmares, you cannot sleep, you have a challenge. You find yourself hopeless. And that's why the Bible today tells you to take a position. God has given you a solution of how to sort out the problem. Take a position. Understand where you stand and know what God can do for you. Don't wait until the problem strikes. You have an opportunity now, even when you are away, when you are not sick, when you don't have a problem, you have an opportunity to build an altar with God. You have an opportunity to have time to pray, to spend time with God in prayers. Set time for you when you are not sick, to build your altar of prayers, to build an altar of service. Okay? So that when the problem comes, it is easy for you. You just go and remind God, God, I do this, I've done this, I have done this, I've done this, I've done this. Please take control. Fight for me. Speak on my behalf. And God says, don't be afraid. You will just take a position, and the victory comes from the Lord. Okay? 2 Samuel chapter 23. As we finish. Second Samuel chapter 23. This is about the mighty warriors the people who understood who God is, the people who knew their position. When the Bible talks about mighty warriors, it means mighty warriors. And I want us to read and see why they mighty. These are the people who understood their position. And when they faced the enemy, others ran away. But those who understood their position, they knew the victory comes from the Lord. They never ran away. They stood firm and they received the victory from the Lord. 2 Samuel chapter 23, verses 8. We want to see about 1, 2, 3, about 4, 5, about 5 mighty warriors. The Bible says this in verses 8. These are the names of David's mighty warriors. Joshua Bashebeth, a Chemonite, was a chief of the three. He raised his spear against 800 men, whom he killed in one encounter. One person raised a spear and killed 800 people. You think that's normal? When others have run away, and he stood his ground because he knew, don't be afraid, he stood his ground, and he killed 800 people in one encounter. A mighty warrior. Verses 9. Next to him was another one called Eleazar, son of Dodai, the Ahohite. As one of the three mighty warriors, he was with David when they taunted the Philistines, gathered at Pasdamim for battle. Then the Israelites retreated. Okay? These people are in the battle, but other soldiers ran away. But Eleazar stood his ground and struck down the Philistines till his hand grew tired and froze to the sword. You know now this is done. But these guys were fighting with spears. Freezing. You know, a spear ameshikilia na ikakwama kwa mkono. Inafanya kazi. Every other person has run away. But this guy stood his ground. You know, God likes somebody who trusts him completely. You know, if you trust God half, He'll also try to give you half. But if you trust God completely, even when everybody is crying that you're going to die, you're not die because God will intervene. You know this. Okay? This guy, everybody ran away, but Eliezer, he handled a spear to an extent that it froze in his hands. They're trying to remove it, but it has frozen. He stood his ground. But how many can we stand? You miss 1 meal today and tomorrow you are accusing God. Okay? Or you walk, today you walk, instead of using boda, you start using God. But this guy, everybody ran away. He didn't want to confront the problems. But this guy said, I know whom I am. My case is different. He never ran away. And the Bible says, Eliezer stood his ground and struck down the Philistines till his hand grew tired and froze to the sword. The Lord brought about a great victory that day. God had to move and assist so that he can get the victory. The troops, all of God is here, the troops returned to Eliezer, but only to strip the dead. This guy has run away. But when they see this guy has fought and he has won, this general guys came back. But to strip naked the dead. What about wow? Are you among the people who run away when problems instead of comforting it? And you say, I trust the Lord. I will fight. Okay? Yani, you are in problems. But you say, siendi kwa waganga, siendi huku, kama nikufa wacha nikufe. You remember the case of Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? If you put us inside the burning furnace, my God is able to remove me. But even if He doesn't remove me, get it from me, I will not worship you. That is the stand God wants. Even you as a Christian, for you to become a mighty warrior, a soldier, you need to stand in. Even when people are saying, this guy, you should be able to abuse God and then he dies so that he can move out of this problem. The way Job, Job when he was sick, the wife told him, you abuse him so that you can die and move. There are problems that you can receive today. There are sicknesses that you can be there. And everybody tells you, you just allow you. You are hurt. You are in pain. You are groaning all the day. But if you know your God and you know your writer can speak on your behalf, everybody can run away from you, but you remain. Let them come later on and come and say, oh, we are there for that victory. Let them come and strip the naked that you have killed. Okay? But once you understand your God, once you know your position, then you have no opportunity for you to run away. Verse 11. Next to him was another one called Shammah, son of Agi and Hararite. When the Philistines banded together at a place where there was a field full of lentils, Israel's troops fled from them. And these guys were cowards. All the time they're running away. But verse 12, but Shammah took his stand in the middle of the field. He defended it and struck the Philistines down. And the Lord brought about a great victory. We jump to verse 15. David longed for water and said, oh, that someone would get me a drink of water from the well near the gate of Bethlehem. So the three mighty warriors broke through the Philistines' line, drew water from the well near the gate of Bethlehem and carried it back to them. This was during the battle between the Philistines and the Israelites. Like now, what is happening in the Middle East. And David, he had tested the water, in Bethlehem. And he longed for that water. And he just said, if only I could get that water to refresh me. Three guys, courageous soldiers, decided to break the defense. They were able to go to Bethlehem. That is a place which was under siege from the Philistines. But they broke the defense. And they went up to Bethlehem and fetched the water and brought it back to David. That's a mighty word. And lastly, there's another mighty warrior here called Abishai, the brother of Joab, son of Zeruiah, was chief of the three. He raised his spear against 300 men, whom he killed, and so he became as famous as the three. What problems are you going through today? What problems are you encountering today that you feel your Christianity is in doubt? Your belief in God has gone down. What challenge are you going through that makes you feel there is no solution in God? What problems? What issue that is weighing you down to an extent that you don't believe God anymore? What is making you be unwise that the people of darkness are even wiser than you? What makes you feel that God is not able to carry through? problem that you are having today? Or are you going to be that 91-year of the Lord who knows his stand and says, whatever comes, whatever problems, whatever challenge, okay? Nikitugane kitanitenga na Yesu Mwokozi wangu. Ni rafiki, hapana nimekataa. Ni boyfriend, hapana nimekataa. Ni bibi yangu, hapana nimekataa. Ni bwana yangu, hapana nimekataa. Ni umasikini, hapana nimekataa kabisa. Ni ugonjwa, hapana nimekataa kabisa. So we need to say no to anything that threatens us. Be it sickness, be it poverty, be it money, be it family, be it a friend or a place of work. What will you be able to separate you from God? Nini? Once you understand who you are serving, even when you are almost giving up, just give yourself an opportunity to say, no, this last one, let me try. That is where now you get your salvation. You remember the case that I explained to you, the accident of a person who died, or not who died, who had an accident over the cliff. And he was asking God, please send someone to help me. And God tells him, just release your hands. Just release so that you can be able to have that assistance you want. And he refused. He said, if I release, I'm going to die. When it reached the morning, when he realized he was just 1 foot from the ground, and if he had listened to the Lord, he would have not gone through that pain. And maybe you could be here today, and you are saying, this one, I will not make it. This one, I will not make it. These debts are so big that I cannot trust my God anymore. This sickness is too much. I am in and out of hospital. I'm gone for checkups. I've gone for tests. I've gone for this and for that. And you are reaching there and asking God questions. Then you are the people who are supposed to be like these mighty wonders. Even when everybody has given up on you, has run away from you, the friends that have run away from you because they don't believe that you're going to have a solution. But you say, even if I remain alone, I'll fight. I'll still trust my Lord to the last drop of my blood. These mighty warriors, they were able to defeat the enemy even when every other person had run away. Vijana, what is that which is enticing you to go away from God? What is it? Mistari gani ile ambayo inakufanya mpaka unasema mambo ya Mungu, mambo ya God ama ya saboni ikae kama? What is making you feel like you are not receiving salvation now? Is it your husband? Is it your wife? Is it your father? Is it your mother? Is it a girlfriend? Or is it a boyfriend? Is it embroidery? Is it money? What is this that is making you don't give God priority? That is stopping you from serving God. Ugonjwa unakufanya kwamba sasa unaenda unatoka unasema kwamba sitaki mambo ya Mungu. Once you reach a situation where you take a position, even if you face death, you cannot deny God. And God will come at the right, at the nick of time, and save you. That is the message God wanted us to know. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Hata kama kuna kuna winds blowing, you are not very sure about tomorrow. God anasema, do not be afraid. Take your position, and the victory come for the Lord. You might look for food, and you're not sleeping because of looking for that food. But once you put it on the table, you eat and you cannot get satisfied. But once you put God in front of everything that you do, even a small thing, a small amount, it will satisfy you. Because God blesses it. Okay? You might want to eat a full plate, but at the end of it, all you feel like, I'm not satisfied. Because it's not blessed. So God wants us to give Him a priority in our life, give Him a position in our life, so that now we stop wondering, stop having worries over issues, and give God an opportunity to do something in our life. May God bless you, be with you, bless your week, and overcome every trial that you meet next week. Kwa jina la Yesu, Bwana asifiwe. Amen.